Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to Solid Ground. I am your host, Respectfully Solid. Um, Check this out. So on Solid Ground today, we got a super special show. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit more though, right? Let me start off like this. See, here on this show, we share testimonies of passion and success. All right. Whether it's a love for unique tennis shoes, a collection of them, you know, whatnot, or the journey of being a serial entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Or just simply having that, passion for music that uplifts us all, you know what I mean? So our guests on this show will be revealing um, and the driving force to their lives and how they turn their passion into purpose. Okay. So through our segments, we'll explore their passion, we'll explore the challenges they have made, they probably faced, and also the impact on their communities. So I hope you are ready to be inspired, all right? Because we got some real special guests here today. So today, we're thrilled to have two incredibly inspiring guests with us. We who have used their passion for fitness and for wellness, to rebuild their lives and improve their health and achieve unexpected successes. All right. So once again, I'm your host, Respectfully Solid. I appreciate all of y'all being here. Before we meet our guests, let me tell you how this typically goes. Okay. So typically on the show, we have two guests in 1 hour. They come up one after another. They share their testimonies of passion. Each guest will dive into three segments, being the passion, the journey, and the impact. You know what I mean? So that's what you can expect here on Solid Ground. You know what I'm saying? Where purpose meets passion and the stories unfold. Okay. So be prepared for Solid Ground. Coco, how you doing? What's happening with everybody? So before we go any further, look, let me go on and bring up my first guest, okay? You know what I'm saying? Now, this fella right here, this is one strong brother right here. And I'm just gonna allow him to introduce himself to you guys. You know what I mean? This my bro, he stick to that bro code on some real level though. Hey, y'all welcome Mr. Sauce to Solid Ground. What's going on, brother?
What's up? What's good? Oh man, I'm better than good and better than most, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Life is good. Life is. They say life is life, and they right. It's good.
Ain't nothing like it. I love, it's always a treat when us players meet like this, man. I appreciate
What?
you being here. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, my pleasure. I'm glad I'm able to be here. I'm blessed to be amongst the land of the living. Um, and I got all my digits. I got my faculties in order. Case in point
Hey,
of the show.
I like that.
And let's let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's go. Hey, y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. It wasn't me. It was him who said it. Let's go. So check it out, Mr. Sauce. I want to dive into the passion, right? I want to dive into your passion for fitness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with a question. How did you discover your passion for fitness?
Ooh, that's great. Um, my passion for fitness, to be honest, began. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Um,
Stand up.
you want stand up. well, correction, because we never sat down, so we always standing up. You feel me? Not all right, not so much. Not so. I get excited. See, I
Hey,
got to
that's a
tone it
lot of
down with
sauce,
you.
bro. You got to pour the sauce.
Right,
You
right.
can't just beat with the sauce. You got to little by little. You got to dab the sauce on
And
there.
see, and this is a date. This is debut, like real time, getting advice as I'm being interviewed. Real time, ladies and gentlemen. Public service announcement. Like, with that being said, see, I'm learning as I'm here. I'm receiving right now. But
That
to
part.
answer the question, in the beginning, I guess the first domino, into sports and stuff like that, that helped. But just to have some kind of toughness about you, you always want to have an edge and have some toughness. And moving around, especially back home, the times that I grew up in Brooklyn, from the land of Mike Tyson when he was a menace, and others that it was rough back then. It was like considered one of the worst parts of Brooklyn where I was from. So you had to have, and I was a skinny dude, you know,
Uh-huh.
like 155, 130, you know what I'm saying? Little. So I needed, yeah, I needed to try to get my weight up, get some kind of toughness, some wherewithal about me. So a lot of us really geared towards being strong because we had to work on mentally strong because the gift of gab, knowing how to talk your way out of situations, into situations, along with being physically strong.
Looking the part, you
Because
would say.
being Brooklyn, yeah, you can't be a weakling, and they were like they'll eat you up. So that
Right.
I would say to answer that's been a beginning or a genesis of taking some kind of fitness, whether I knew it or not, seriously.
Hmm.
Can't be soft.
Yeah. I like that. So it was basically like, and then, I grew up around that era as well. You know what I'm saying? In a different
Right.
on a different coast where you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying. That's what you saw. You saw the homies doing dips and pull ups or the weights in the front yard. That was just something you do. When I was growing up, it was the Jerry curls and being swole. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, yeah.
Let
So
your
you wanted
soul glow.
they wanted to curl a low rider and to be swole. You know what I'm saying? That was like the achievements. It
Simple
was part of being part of that role that you say.
in that
Now,
order.
let me ask you this: how has your commitment to fitness influenced your
Excuse me.
health and your lifestyle,
Oh, that's great. It it really it made you feel good about yourself when you start to look good. Excuse me. You start to look good, feel good. You felt a sense of like you could do anything. Like no matter what happened around you, you know what I'm saying? Things, life is life, and like the youngsters say today, right? So it's like I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna, what I'm saying, I'm not gonna fold. So whatever firing squad's gonna come my way, what I'm saying, let's go. If I have to fall down, be on my feet, I'm gonna fall down. I'm not gonna be on my knees type mentality.
though?
So just being strong and being fit, I was a ball player, basketball player, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, you get beat up, what I'm saying, you got to get back up. You can't be soft. So with that, it gives you a sense of invincibility that, no matter what comes, I'm him. Whether I was or not, I believed it.
Yeah, we was always taught that. That's one thing about our generation. We was taught that no one can beat you. You're supposed to think it, whether it happens or not. You're supposed to stay in that mind frame. No one can beat you for nothing. You're the best at what you do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to come on with it if you're coming at me. You know what I'm
So
saying? Yeah.
we're gonna talk our sugar, honey, iced tea acronym. Y'all keep it. See, I'm gonna keep it clean. We
I
gonna
like
keep it
that.
clean
I
tonight.
like that.
You feel me?
Don't talk about sugar,
See,
honey.
the sauce is gonna be saucy no
Come
matter
on,
what.
man. You got a whole
I'm
lot
being
of sauce
myself.
dripping, man. This man is dripping with sauce, man. If y'all just tuning in, look, welcome to Solid Ground, right? Our first guest You know what I'm saying? Mr. Sauce is sharing that sauce with us now. Y'all make sure y'all get you a little container to put it in. You know what I'm talking about? And put it away. Get you a container to put it away because he got plenty of sauce for us now. You know what I'm saying? Well, he was just we're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? See, I'm a little sauced. Matter of fact, I got a little bit of sauce on my fingers right now. Let me get that. You know the sauce. You know what I mean? It was all over. You know what I mean? As soon as I touched the dial, it was like that, right? So check it out though, right? So my boy Sauce is dripping with sauce today, man. I'm telling you, every time he come up, it's just how it is, right? So like I said, we're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So we tapping into the he just told us about his passion, how he discovered it, which I gotta, I can relate to that because I've been big my whole life. Like I've been this size right here since like the 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I played sports, you know what I'm saying? I did everything. So for a big guy, I was always keeping up with the smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? I ran track, I did everything, you know what I'm saying, growing up. So I carried my weight very well, was very agile with it. Now in today's world, I got a little hip issue, but they said they was gonna give me a horse hip. And I was gonna see how that worked, you know what I'm saying? Because they doing all types of experiments now they was talking about earlier. But anyway, right? Let me keep on pushing, right? So okay, so right now, right? So let's discuss your journey, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Let's just discuss your journey with health, right? Um, Let me ask you this: what kind of challenges have you faced in your fitness journey, and how did you overcome them?
Good question. Good question. So many come to mind. But one of the things were, I would say what the first thing come to mind is like being in the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because from coming from home, the next, I guess, frontier, so to speak, would be being in the military. And you talk about fitness, that's like holy grail. Like you got to be combat ready. You feel me? So when you push yourself a lot of times, you can run the risk of hurting oneself, right?
Right.
And typically, you can end up hurting yourself, and that's really one of the challenges. Pushing yourself too much to try to be the best can cause you to be out the fight or out the game. So I would say, to add, you got to be very careful not to do too much to where not only you out the game, but now you have long life consequences depending on what's being done.
You telling my story with that, like I just said, I got a bad hip. And it's been there, it's been bad since I was about 38. I didn't know what it was. I didn't find out. We try to thug it out. You know what I'm saying? We try to thug it out. You know what I mean? And when I moved out this way to where I'm at now, I just noticed it that it was hard for me to sleep. And when I go to the doctors and they check me out, they say I'm missing the whole joint. Ain't no joint left in my hip. Like it's bone to bone. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm told that I'm too young to get a hip replacement right now. So I got to thug it out until I grow a little older.
I feel remiss to share this because this is really we got so much common threads. I currently have bone on bone, right? And it has a lot to do with like arthritis. Because believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen,
exactly what it is.
Believe it or not, don't be fooled by the pretty face. I'm almost pushing half a century. I'm 40. I have 46 rotations around the sun. However, so I put a lot of miles in, to say the least.
Yeah.
So right now, I have bone on bone, and part of
Yeah, that's
my,
what I mean.
my lifestyle change with the fitness and my food management caused me to be plant based. Right. The long story short. So with that being said, once I changed it and sacrificed on lovely things I like to eat and the things that I don't care to eat, it got me to a point where I was my screaming eagle in my hip, like from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain, like,
Yep.
mommy, where you at?
Yep.
To now, I'll say a 2 week time period to where it went from between 8 and 10 to all the way to a one,
Mm-hmm.
to where I actually have motion and I'm not like wanting to cry at night and I
Right.
get better sleep and stuff like that. So get at me, talk to me. I just wanted to share that because you said that. I'm
But the
living that
same
right
exact
now.
thing. Yeah, same thing.
So,
Like it's gotten to the point now for me that I can sleep now. I don't
mhm,
stop tossing though, but it used to be to the point where I'd have to call off work 2 days because I didn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get no sleep from the pain. So and it goes for not just pushing myself, but like I said, I've been big my whole life. So I was always pushing myself, you know what I'm saying, to stay ahead. And I've been
right.
in top shape before and been in, to that max to where, a 90-day program had me running around here thinking I'm
Of course.
Fabio or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that for real, 3 workouts a day. You know what I'm saying? but, but but hey, it's real talk though, and
No,
that's
right.
100. And I've shared, I've shared photos, with people. They like, hold on, for real? I'm like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like I when it comes to exercising, I can bust down and chain, make a big difference very fast. I'm talking about in 90 days, y'all be like, what is this? I have that drive, I have the ability, I have the knowledge to do it. But now it's like I'm hurting. I can't. But you know what I'm saying? It hurts. You know what I mean? I was thinking maybe there's a different, maybe some different type of workout I can do that my hip won't be involved, but that's kind of rough. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of rough
But
because all cardio
but
is gonna involve the hip.
but what I will tell you, since we solid, right? If
Yeah.
you ever interested, you get at me. I share my journey, what I did to help me because it was phenomenal. It's gonna be sacrifice, but it
Yeah.
works. It
I mean,
works.
we
So
used to
that's
the
just
same.
that was for you. That was for you. Like
Okay.
I'll help you with your
Okay.
journey, if you
Okay. So
choose.
now,
So
let me ask you this: can you share a significant milestone? You know what I'm saying? That marked your progress in your fitness.
mm, mm, always do what first comes to mind. The milestone for me was when I graduated recruit training because there's two parts in my life in the military. They're both military, but the one that means the most and that really got things going was me graduating Marine Corps training. And I didn't realize because I came in fit anyway, so I wasn't one of those like, hey, this is nothing new to me.
Mhm.
When I say they pushed you and they broke you all the way down, that's exactly what they did. But then there was a time where you were so exhausted and you was like, Dad, what did I sign up for? Because like I could barely move, I could do this. But there was one like time where they were like, all right, go do some pull-ups or go do this, right? And for some reason one day I felt like a what you call it? Like a freak of nature. Like
Superman felt like Superman or
Superman,
something.
thank you. Thank you for the word. So I'm trying to find the right word to
Yeah,
that'll be
yeah, that's
I felt like a
that's
super
what we
I,
say. Yeah.
I felt like a Superman because I never felt this level of like superhuman ability because I
Okay.
was like, then I was looking at my body and then I was like, and I see my man too. I was like, what's up? And we both in there, you know what I'm saying? We like, let's go. And nothing. And I was like, I'm honest. I was like, they created a monster.
Right.
They created a monster, so I'm up here doing push-ups. And there was times I ain't gonna lie, there's times I purposely got in trouble I'll do something, just a little something slight, so I can go to what they call a quarter deck, because that's when they kill you. Go
Yeah.
to my quarter deck. Aye, sir. And I go there and I'm like, I want you to thrash me. I want you to make me pay. I want you to punish me. And at that point, I knew I was like, I was Timothy. I was like, and nothing can stop me. We all the way up.
Hey, boy.
This is what you wanted. You wanted me here. This is what I'm giving you. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, hey, nah. You gotta, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, right? And that's why I rock with you so much, because we relate in so many different ways, right? So like
Correct.
the last time I went through my intense training was when we was doing the 3-a-days, and it was some small guys that were involved in this Spartan workout, right? We had the Spartan
Mm-hmm.
workout, the warrior workout, right? And my
Yeah.
first day, I was going through most of the workouts, completing them, passing people up, and they had been working for a while, little guys. And that's what had the trainers, that's what made him pay attention to me. And he was like, you know what? Boom. So that's how we started. When I went to his class and did the Spartan class, now it turned into, hey, I'm working out this afternoon too. You trying to come work out? Boom. Right. And I would go out there with him and he'd be like, bro, why you got so much energy right now? You know what I mean? He like, man, what did you do, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what you mean, bro? Let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's make it happen, family. What's happening?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like, come on, how many dips we doing? Man, let's do 200. Come on. You know what I mean? And he just like, but I was also the talk, because everyone seen the difference and the change and was like, he's the guy we need to be rocking with, because look what he's doing with Buddy right here. 3-a-days ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-mm.
really not no
Mm-mm.
joke. And we would do it. We would do 3-a-days at least 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And then the other days is 2 a
Mm.
week. It was never a one. It was never a 1-a-day workout. It was
So
always
don't
2 a day.
don't play with them. Don't play with them. Don't play with them.
No, we're not gonna play no games when it comes to that. None whatsoever. Hey, if y'all just joining us, this is Solid Ground. I'm your host, respectfully Solid. You know what I'm saying? This is my guest right here, Mr. Sauce, the drippiest. You know what I mean? And Mr. Sauce has just, enlightened us about his passion for health. You know what I'm saying? How he started, you know, uh, wanting to work out, wanting to look fit, and not just because a lot of people really be playing the part. How many people you seen out there to be look like they in shape, but they swole but can't do not one set of what them call burpees. They do
Oh
some
yeah,
burpees and
burpees.
get up and be like,
Burpees.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So so we also dove into the journey, right? And now we about to dive into the impact. You know what I'm saying? The impact of how, his passion for fitness has affected his life. You know what I mean? So let me ask you this. In what ways has your passion positively changed your life and those around you?
Awesome. Um, it's really simple. Just you know, everything is connected to your mindset, right? So, and everything else is a byproduct of what started from your mind. So, when if you're physically fit, that's showing that you're mentally fit. Just like if someone has a college degree, you having a college degree says something about you, that you have a certain dedication, commitment. You know
Absolutely.
how to be on time. So that just says if you have that piece of paper,
Yeah.
that means you could have a degree in basketball even, but you have the paper that just say, hey, you're official because you did the things to be able to get it. So to my point, when you physically fit, the impact shows that they're dedicated. They sacrifice. They get up in the morning when they don't want to. They eat the things that they don't care to eat. They stop eating the things that they love to eat. They stay away from certain environments that will cause them to backpedal, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to fall back. So
It,
in that way, then when you do those things, people are watching. They see you. They may not say nothing, but you're an example whether you want to be or not. You could be a good example, a bad example. So the impact that you have, whether you know it or not, you're displaying, you're leading in the right direction or wrong direction. So with that being said, fitness not only makes you feel better and make clear decisions, but you setting an example for those to follow you, even though you don't know they're following you or watching you. You're an example. So there you go.
bro, I love that you say that because um in the recent times, right, I've been as I start to learn more and more about life and how much more we can fire ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of people who have degrees, and the first thing that you might hear from them is, well, I did this and I don't even work in that field anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or I did this and it was for no reason. If and what you say is completely true. The reason for it is that you were dedicated to getting that. You know what I'm saying? That's why even like for me, I dropped out of high school. You feel what I'm saying? But it's that much more powerful that I came back and I got a GED.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It sets that precedent that, you know what, this person went through something, but they kept on fighting. They didn't give up. You know what I mean? So for a lot of people, like, people don't understand that. And if it's anybody here that's listening to, that's here, that's like, I got a degree in this. And I know, push that degree forward and everywhere you go, because that's what people want to see, is that you're a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Half the time when we applying for jobs, I don't care what job it is. You could be certified in every area necessary that shows, but even in that company, they're gonna have to train you to do it how they do it anyway. You know
That
what I'm
part.
saying? They're gonna have to
That
train
part.
you to do it how they do it. So put it on there.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Tell them, yes, I'm an HVAC specialist. You know what I'm saying? And I worked on refrigerators. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You know what I mean? I worked on
Right.
refrigerators. I know how to get your refrigerator and your fan back cracking. You know what I mean? Your AC unit. So yeah, I'm HVAC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I broke down my mama's AC in the middle of the summer and got it back cracking. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. You know what I mean? And that's what it shows. It shows that you are a savage when it comes to living life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that you succeed and you put food on the table. You know what I'm saying? So, like my brother said here, it was just,
Follow through.
man, hey, look, man, amazing, 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 bro. I always love having you here. For all y'all that just got here, this is my boy, Mr. Sauce. You know what I'm saying? We just tapped into his passion for health. I mean, for health, his passion for health, his journey, and the impact, that it's had in his life. So right now though, bro, before you go, I really appreciate you. Go ahead and plug yourself, bro. I know you got something new cracking off. Go ahead and drop it. Let people know where they can find you. Let people know, what's cracking with you. Straight up, Mr.
All right.
Sauce. Drip
Appreciate it.
that sauce. You know what I'm talking about?
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to plug myself on your platform. Real simply, Monday nights, Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm starting this Monday, coming up, which is mañana, tomorrow. I'm making my debut for my first show called. I never was a good music guy, so don't judge me. Yeah. So holistic pathways, holistic pathways, a
Yes.
journey with Mr. Sauce. It's a journey because I ain't got it all figured out. But what I do know, I'll have and I give to you. I'm looking forward to learning from others, and we're gonna figure this out together. We're gonna build it as we fly. So let's go. So it'll be 10 p.m. Monday nights, holistic pathways, holistic pathways, a journey with Mr. Sauce, and it's all this is promoting health and wellness and personal growth. Each show we're gonna dive into different aspects of holistic living. Simply put, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna take this by storm. we need it's time out for destroying ourselves. Let's love on ourselves. Let's build ourselves up. Let's be the best version of ourselves. So,
That
you
part.
know, and I'm sure there's something I'm gonna say out of my mouth because, like Broski said, I got that sauce. So come get you some. Come get you some. I got plenty.
Yeah.
Hey, I got plenty of sauce, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Hey, my brother, I appreciate you being here for real.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? Hey, I'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So y'all heard it here. Holistic Pathways. You know what I'm saying? A journey with Mr. Sauce at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go, y'all. Every Monday.
Let's
Appreciate you,
go.
bro.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you, everybody. I love all of y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Be blessed.
Yay, yay. Y'all is tuned in to Solid Ground. I am your host, respectfully solid, one of the most solid men on the app. You know what I'm saying? We are here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? On Solid Ground, we can you can always guarantee to hear a very special story that starts with passion, brings purpose, and the stories come alive. You know what I'm saying? So let's tap in. Our next guest, I'm going to go ahead and introduce her the way I always greet her. So can y'all please welcome Miss Divine?
You're too funny. Hey. Oh, thank
How you doing,
you.
Miss Divine?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm so glad to have you here. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
here.
It's been some time coming, but we wasn't running. We was just doing what we was doing because we knew it was coming. Huh? Okay, so Miss Divine, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hey, everybody. I'm Miss Divine. You can catch me every Saturday morning for my featured show, Divine Living. It is here on the tag at 11 a.m. Again, that's Saturdays. Now, I won't be here this weekend, so don't miss me too much. But coming back the second weekend of August, we back in effect. So catch me then. Divine Living is a personal growth and wellness show. So we talk about being well.
hmm Now, I was just there a couple weeks ago. You know, we did the Inside Out. You know what I'm saying? And it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead and check that out. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all tap in with her. So now, Miss Divine, how was your day today?
Today was easy. I got a lot of stuff to do. I
Mhm.
got unpacking to do today for this trip that I'm going on. So that's been my major focus, trying to get these outfits together.
Okay, okay. So I see it's on deck now. Now this is the thing. Yes, she is. That's why I had to do that because now, see, Miss Divine is the wellness guru. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And we're gonna let her introduce the rest of that, right? But I'm gonna just say this because she is a wellness guru, I gotta take the time to make sure I check on her and her
Thank you.
wellness. You know what I'm saying? Because she does a lot. She does a lot, and she helps a lot of people around here.
Mhm.
So um, let's tap into this. Your testimony of passion, right? See, this is where I'm going to ask you about your passion for wellness. How did you discover it, and what does it mean to you?
How did I discover it? It was kind of an accident, me finding the 8 dimensions of wellness. It wasn't something that I said that, oh, I just need to be well and I need to do this, that, and the other. My nephew had come to live with me, um, and that was a challenge for him. Um, but we were trying to just keep him on track. Uh, and in doing that, I took him to a youth entrepreneur workshop, and they had a parent workshop at the same time. And during that parent workshop, I was introduced to the 8 dimensions of wellness. I was like, oh, this is some cool stuff. So from there, I took that. I was going through some things with work. Had a new supervisor who wasn't the supervisor that had hired me to this company. I had just started probably within the 6 months time frame. And I got a new supervisor. I felt like she was trying to have me out.
Okay, Ms. Divine. This because I know for me, for myself, I'm right now my brain is keeps going to these 8 dimensions of wellness. Like I see that's where your passion come from. So can you please, because I know I'm not the only one, can you please tap into those eight different dimensions of, because I see that that's what fired you up. That's what really got your passion going. So can you please describe or tell us about these 8 dimensions before we tap into your journey?
Yes, the 8 dimensions of wellness are emotional, environmental, social, spiritual. Then we have occupational, intellectual, financial, and physical. Those are the 8 dimensions of wellness.
The 8 dimensions of wellness. So now, I remember like 3. Okay, so let's say let's take it into financial. So what's like break that down for me. Like what does that mean? Like,
so what I like to tell people and do when we talk about the 8 dimensions of wellness, first of all, I can give you a basic description of what those dimensions are, but no one can tell you if you're well or not. I can for real be like, oh man, that person over there is spending too much money. But it's not for me to fix you to spending too much money. It's you to know what you are financially, your obligations or your responsibilities. So finances definitely have to do with money. That's your financial wellness. How you spend it, how you save it, what you're saving for, what you're spending on. So that's where your financial wellness starts.
So it's kind of, I can pretty much guess that if my mental wellness isn't right, it can most definitely affect my financial wellness.
Well, the dimensions now, you can say mental wellness, but what I like to focus on is the emotional side of mental. Because the mind itself is almost like your heart, so I can't say, oh, be mentally well if I'm not saying be heart healthy. You know what I mean? So it kind of digs in deeper on the exterior parts of the mind, not the in-depth parts of the mind.
Okay, right. So, okay, I like that. The 8 dimensions of wellness. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna need to check them out and evaluate myself on the 8. Like I really get. Can we do that later on sometime?
Of course.
Sit down with you. You could run me through that so I can kind of get a better look at things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I know something, I might be a little cuckoo or I might just be all right. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I might be fine. You know what I'm saying? But we need to figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
Really, like I said, there's no real rubric in this, for me to say, Solid, you ain't good. Now, I could be thinking it, but it ain't for me to fix it. It's not for me to fix that of you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's almost like so you would say that it's a complete personal thing.
Definitely.
I like that. Okay, so let me ask you this. What role does wellness play in your daily routine and overall well-being?
Like with me, I've had some really rocking things that had happened in my life. Just some things that kind of set me back a little bit. So Emotional wellness is extremely important for me. Um, how I handle things, and um, making sure that my emotions connect with the actual feeling. You know, um, I used to be a crier. I cried for everything, every single thing, and sometimes I still have to check it when it becomes real deep for me. You
Right.
know, but I used to cry. I mean, people would say, "Girl, cry," and I would cry. You know, it. I had no control over myself at all. So um, that's one thing that I've had to work on a lot, and also a lot of that connected with my social realm, the
Mhm.
people that I interacted with. It was even family a lot for me, you know, um, and just how I would allow them to, I guess, lack of a better word right now, just use me, you know, because I would put myself out to people a lot, but in return I never put anything back inside of myself.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. So that's very important. The wellness is very important when it comes back. Because yeah, I mean, when like you said, I'm at a point now where I didn't used to cry.
Mhm.
So for me, it's a little different now. I went through a stage maybe about 4 years ago where it was consistently always crying for anything. You know what I mean? Everything affected me emotionally. And I was like tapped into, instead of looking at the whole picture of what's going on, I'd be looking at what's emotionally, hitting me. Everything, whatever the situation may be, I'm supposed to be getting a lesson out of this situation, but all I'm getting is the pain out of it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And I just sit there and just cry and cry and cry and cry. And
Mhm.
today I still cry. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a crybaby. You know what I'm saying? Not as big a crybaby as Big Press, but I'm most definitely get my cry on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all didn't see him. He wanted to cry during that top badge of the week. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother for that top badge of the week. But he
Hey,
definitely wanted to cry
congratulations.
up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it. I know it. Trust me. But yeah, so it's very important to get that under, figure it out. That's part of the wellness is figuring out why that's going on. I guess you could say,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Okay, I like that. I like that because I like how you
Mhm.
said that you had to see why the emotion was matching the feeling. Like, was it?
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's different. You think people will say, "Well, it's the same thing." No, it's not.
Mhm.
It's not the
No.
same thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
If y'all just joining us, welcome to Solid Ground. You know what I'm saying? Solid Ground is where you can guarantee to hear about passion and purpose coming together and a story unfolding. You know what I mean? We just heard from Miss Divine here about her passion for wellness, where it came from, how she discovered the 8 different dimensions of wellness. Um, right now, I want to tap into the journey. You know what I'm saying? So let's hear about the journey in wellness. Maybe some of the challenges that you face. What obstacles did you encounter on your path to wellness, and what strategies did you use to overcome them?
The pathway to wellness is a journey that never ends, and that's okay,
Mhm.
because none of us are perfect, and it's important for us to constantly have things in our toolkit, in our backpacks, to keep us equipped for what will happen next. Like, I can allow things to really get me upset, but if I really got upset, who does that help? Does it help anyone for me to have an attitude? Does it help anyone for me to be, just angry, be spiteful? Does it help anyone for me to have a negative connotation to anything. So I refuse to hold on to negativity. I just refuse to hold on to it. And sometimes that is being able, I was talking with a coworker and she's like, sometimes it's just you getting it out of your body. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's that person that listens to you. Sometimes it's going to a positive stream. Sometimes it's, now this is me, I really believe in my spiritual health, so you'll see me at church every Sunday, and that for me is a way for me to be replenished, for things to be poured back into me. Because I can tell you for real, this past June could have sent me insane if I would have allowed myself to be insane. I can tell you a couple of years ago, my brother was killed by the police. And that's probably the wrong word to say, but that's what happened.
That's what happened.
That is Absolutely. What happened. And it left me extremely depressed, that I'm still pulling out of that every single day. I'm still working on that. There's no answers to it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Someone that was never in jail, never in prison, served our country in 2 different branches, and he's no longer here. And it left us like almost crazy. But this past year, I'm dealing with my dad who has dementia. And that's hard because, somebody that's always been rock solid for you. Now it's just like, I got to teach him different things. I'm learning to have patience with that. But my sister also, who was always just missing, found her in her last few weeks of life. And going through that process with her, my uncle passing away, I was unemployed. I had to move my dad. All of this stuff happened in the month of June, and I still showed up here every single weekend and did Divine Living. And I did it because I not that I wanted to prove to anyone, but I want to show the world. I want to show anybody that can see me here or on Divine Living that I'm not exempt. I'm not exempt to hard times. I'm not exempt to hurt. I'm not exempt to any of that. And when you're not exempt to it, you can go through it with a smile, with a determination, saying, look, I'm doing it too. This is what a wellness journey looks like, that I can pull the things out of my backpack. I can pull the things out of my toolkit and say, I'm still going. I didn't give up. I didn't allow it to put me down, that I'm still going. So I do this. I don't even know if I'm answering the question anymore. No, but I do this because of every person that sees me. Every person that sees me. Every person that says, well, there's Miss Divine. She has a smile on her face. It's not fake. It's real, because I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I can live another day. I can have another place to be where people will say, look, I've been on 3 shows in the last week and a half, writing poetry, stuff that I had put down and forgot about. And I'm like, Lord, I'm thankful for this pen. I'm thankful for the paper. Yes, I'm thankful for people that knew of me in that light.
Come on.
And it gives me an outlet, to be able to express myself, where it used to be in hurt. And now it's in gratitude. It's in gratitude. It's in thankfulness. It's in celebrating people. I just finished my social wellness series with the Inside Out thing that I was doing. And this past weekend, I did a surprise to Anointed Vessel and Jamila Joy. Just a surprise, saying, yeah, I know you thought this show was about you turning inside out, but I want to bring people to tell you we are thankful for just what you've put into us, you know, like just random people, like, yeah, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, you know. So I'm just saying, we as people here on this app need to be thankful more for the people that are in our lives. Woo. I appreciate you, Solid. I appreciate you, Big Prez, because he's done a lot for me too. And I won't ever stop saying how I'm thankful for this opportunity. I won't ever stop saying I'm thankful for people that pour into me, because it's important. It's important. It is extremely important. People need people. We think that we can survive out here by ourselves.
How are we going to share our the powers from within that we have? How are we going to share that? How do we know? How do we, you know, create impact in people's lives if we don't deal with other people? We have to have. It's about being. We are here. We are here. We are one. We are all the same. We have the same. We live in the same reality. We have the same 24 hours. Now, we might not all do the same, you know, we're not going to do the same thing that each other do in these 24 hours, but we most definitely belong here together. And I appreciate all of you. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. I appreciate all of you, you know. So once again, this is Solid Ground. You know what I'm saying? We're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just heard about Miss Divine's passion for wellness and the 8 dimensions of wellness. We also heard about the journey, you know what I'm saying? The things that she's been through that have constantly made her use those 8 dimensions of wellness. You know what I'm saying? Not only sharing them, but having to implement them into her world. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is the best teacher that we always have. You know what I'm saying? Is when we have to do it with ourselves and we come through that one, you know, journey and we say, oh, okay, I see what's going on. You know what I mean? So now I want to tap into the impact. You know what I mean? So Miss Divine, this is one of my favorite parts, right? So this is where, you know, I asked you to tell us about how your commitment to wellness has made a difference in your life and in those around you. You know what I mean? So let's say how has the wellness transformed your life and the lives, you know, of people, you know, in your community?
I'm not there yet. There's a lot that I'm working on emotionally. You know, I can say that that is where I've experienced my most growth. And with being, I'm going to be a little transparent with being,
please do.
With being depressed. It can not always be like that external thing, but it has for me too. Like my physical wellness isn't the best. My environmental wellness isn't the best right now. And those are things that I'm working on right now. Like I have to get the mindset that these things have to change, you know, because my spiritual has increased, my social has increased, my emotional has increased. But the physical and the environmental are parts where I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not here yet. And it's frustrating to me sometimes because depression can really do some things to you. Thank you, love. I will do that. And so I have to be aware of what I'm low in and do the things to increase that dimension of wellness. I have to be aware of those things. People can be angry with you because you're not as well in certain places, but it doesn't affect them like it affects you, you know? So I got to do some work. I got to do some work. And that's the realization to things. I've been heavy for the majority of my adult life, but I took about a year off of the app, and in that year, I lost almost 60 pounds because physical was the top of that wellness thing that I did. But then when other things start happening in life, I'm just like, wow, I'm not going to the gym. I'm not walking the mile every day that I used to. I eat what I want to eat, like, and
I know.
it
I
takes a
know
toll.
personally. Me
It,
too.
yeah, it takes a toll. So I have started making some changes, not buying bread. I was talking with Nikki the other day. There are no sweets in here. My sweets are popsicles, like I have to be conscious of those types of things. Um, what else did you ask me about that? I'm sorry.
Well, about just basically, the how your wellness transformed your life and the lives around you.
Oh, okay. So I can say though, in all of this, Divine Living has made a major impact in my life. It has made a major impact to people that have been able to tap into it here and off the app. Look, I've had my family on the show. I've had not real close friends, but it was cool to have people that I know in person come and do the show. And like, yeah, making accounts just to be on my show and do different things. It's been awesome to see that. Awesome to see that. I have a cousin who was like, man, he won't even call me by my name. He's like, you just Miss Divine to me now, And I was like, you funny, but it's cool. It's so cool to see that even in this show, I can say how much I've grown. And Press could tell you, like he's probably the only one that has known me in here, how much I have grown since the beginning to now. That my emotions are better intact.
He's told me in different occasions how
Yeah.
proud he was of you because of how far you've come along with your show and all that. So yeah, these
Thank
are
you.
things that a lot of us know this now.
Yes.
A lot of us know
Yes.
it. A lot of us do. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
very important. So that's amazing, Miss Divine. And I totally appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? This is just how we build. This is what Solid Ground is about. Finding solid ground. So when you
Yeah.
hear these different stories of passions and purpose and impact on people's lives around here, it just makes you want to, take a look at your own story in your life and say, hey, what am I truly passionate about?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And how can my passion help someone else? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't even realize there's things we like, but what are we passionate about? Let's
Yeah.
take that time to figure that out and find solid ground. Once again, Ms. Divine, I appreciate you so much. I'm glad you came. Can you please go ahead and plug yourself one last time before we
Yes.
end this?
My Inside Out series has come to a conclusion, probably. It's been so fun to have it on the show, where I can talk about, and I didn't talk about it in detail, but if you've never watched the movie Inside Out, check out the new movie Inside Out too, because it talks about anxiety, and it talks about disgust, it talks about embarrassment, it talks about all these things in a cartoon. So check it out. Check it out. I'm Miss Divine. Catch me every Saturday morning for Divine Living. Disney don't give me anything for plugging them, but I'm just saying, check out the movie. If you don't understand me, check out this movie. Other than that, you can check me out on Instagram at Miss Divine. I'm also on YouTube at Miss Divine or Divine Living, so you can catch some recaps of the show too. Other than that, y'all see me hanging out with all these people. Shout out to Wick, shout out to Nikki, shout out to Respectfully, Family, Big Prez, Solid, all of y'all. I love you all, and thanks for having me.
We love you too. We love you too on everything. Hey, so we bringing the show to the end. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is Solid Ground. I'm your host, Respectfully Solid. We're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just heard from Mr. Sauce. You know what I'm saying? He was dripping hella sauce. I got my little jug full of it right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go put that up in the refrigerator so we can preserve it. You know what I'm saying? And we heard from him and his passion for health. You know what I'm saying? For working out. You know what I'm saying? And then you know how I go. Like I got a homie from back in the days, rest in peace, that he used to say, mind strong, body strong. So, you know what I mean? We just received both passions on here. You know what I'm saying? And we see how both of them coincide and they coexist. You know what I mean? So most definitely, I appreciate y'all. Big shout out. Big shout out to my content organizer, Nikki 24/7. She's the best. I would be struggling without you, love. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Big Press. Shout out to everybody that pulled up today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all is. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Solid Ground once again. And we gonna end it just like that. Dear.